Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now with it only being 2 days away from Black Friday, I thought I'd dedicate this episode just to talking about Black Friday. I'm going to give you a little bit of history as to what Black Friday is. I'm going to tell you what it's all about and how I approach it. Okay, so Black Friday originally started being used as a term in America. It's very much an American holiday and it's a very American thing. Now it relates to the fact that Thursday is going to be Thanksgiving. Now Thanksgiving is obviously a huge celebration in America, and it's kind of something that they would it's like another Christmas for the Americans. Now Thanksgiving is a American tradition, North American tradition, so celebrated in Canada and also in the US as well. Different days though. So the Black Friday we're going to talk about is mostly coming off the back of the American Thanksgiving. So it's to give thanks for the crops, and basically Americans will come together as a family and they'll sit down and have a big meal. Now Black Friday was originally sort of dubbed because of the huge traffic that occurred after a Thanksgiving meal. So all the families have descended on each other, and then as they were traveling back home, the traffic was a nightmare. So they called it Black Friday because it was like Black Friday traffic. And as the US has developed into sort of more of a, you know, capitalist society that's more focused on business and retail, then people used to harness that day, retailers used to harness that day after Thanksgiving as a day to push sales and start selling for Christmas products. Because a lot of state employees in the US used to get the day off after Thanksgiving as like a national holiday, it was a prime opportunity for people to go and buy their Christmas presents for their loved ones. So retailers started to realise this and put bigger promotions year after year after year after year, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then Black Friday is this huge thing that it is today. Now it's not something that was really observed here in the UK too much, although it started kicking off, it got really serious about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Because I was working in retail through when Black Friday just exploded, and the day itself would become ridiculous. The deals were crazy, stuff you hadn't really seen before, prices you hadn't seen before on certain products, and it would just drive consumers into a frenzy. And you've all seen the TV programs. I don't think we'll ever see scenes like that again, with people like waiting for doors to open and rushing in and beating each other out of the way and throwing someone's granny under a bus so they can get their television, you know? I don't think we're going to see scenes like that again soon, because Black Friday, there's not as much pressure placed on the actual day itself these days, and it's become more of a weekend thing. Now of course Black Friday is then followed by Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday being the Monday after Black Friday. So that whole weekend is a really seriously big shopping weekend, because it's the last payday before Christmas. So it was a perfect storm really in terms of what happened in America. So you had Thanksgiving, a lot of people had the day off the next day, everyone had been paid, so it was the last payday before Christmas. So any retailer that was smart and worth their salt would want to take those customers and bring them into their store with a couple of flagship deals to get the footfall in, and whilst they're there people might buy more stuff. So that's Black Friday in a nutshell. It came over to the UK about 5 years ago. Although it did exist before, but it got really big sort of like 5 years ago. And it was brought over by Asda, because Asda are owned by Walmart, if you don't know, and Walmart is the biggest retailer in the USA. Asda being a company that they own, they then introduced Black Friday deals into Asda in the UK, and then everyone quickly followed suit in the UK, because the retail market in the UK is probably one of the most competitive industries in the world, honestly. Having someone who's worked in there, constantly tracking competition's prices, constantly matching them, constantly trying to outmaneuver the market, trying to think ahead of what everyone else is going to do. It's a very competitive market here in the UK, and one that is killing off a lot of retailers now, because we have a perfect storm of high business rates, the internet's coming in, and just destroying the high street. So only the biggest seem to be surviving now, and the people that have a diverse offering. Anyway, that's not the point. Black Friday as a reseller is a huge opportunity on two sides. One a buying side and one a selling side. So for context, last year, I mean you've seen my numbers, and I've shown you the numbers that I've done in my video, which was the one, my journey to 500,000 in sales. So go back and have a look at that if you want to. It's quite interesting. You can see sort of the massive increase that I had in November based on any other year, and it was mostly down to Black Friday. Now Black Friday last year, I managed to sell 7 grand's worth of product. which is an insane amount of product. Am I going to do that this year? I'm not really sure, because I don't think I really have the stock in place that I did last year. I've been more of a gradual feed, whereas last year it was okay, I just kind of dumped so much stock because it was so easy for me to source a wide array of product. This year it's been a little bit more difficult, and some of the pallets that I've shipped in specifically for Black Friday, I'm not sure they're going to be unpacked in time. So will I hit 7 grand this year? Probably not. Will I have a very good day? Yes. Although this week has been very good for me. I think on Monday last week I did 2,700. The last 2 days I've done £2,000 days. Two £2,000 days, which is good. It's been a really nice sort of casual lead up towards what Black Friday, but am I going to have the stock in place to really hit the sales numbers I did last year? Probably not. So one, it's a very, very good selling day. And basically the whole of this week is a very, very good selling day. It gets the payday at the end of the month, and then everyone goes mad buying through December. So December is probably more important for me this year because I really did underutilize it last year, I think. Last year my sales went from like 60k in November down to 30k in December, which is not good really. It should be higher in December. So I was a little bit nervous about not having too much stock, but this year I don't think I'm gonna make that mistake. Oh, and just to prove, because there were some people on my like journey to 500,000 video that were like, oh, anyone could put numbers in a spreadsheet and say you did this. So here's a screenshot of my Amazon account so you can see that my Monday was very good and the last 2 days have been very good, over £2,000. So yeah. And the second part of Black Friday is the fact that it's a very, very good buying opportunity. So on Black Friday, I think last year was a pretty weak one. It's getting weaker, so it was a really big one 5 years ago, and then it's kind of got a little weaker as the time has gone on, because retailers realise they don't really want to lump all their sales into one day. It's a massive strain on their stores, and consumers aren't necessarily ready on that day, so retailers are trying to spread it out now. So it's more like a Black Friday 2 weeks, for some retailers it's a Black Friday month. But there are the huge deals out there, and it's just a very competitive time for retailers attacking each other and tracking each other in the market, therefore gives us more opportunities to buy products to sell. So Black Friday is a twofold thing. I am still going to go mad on Black Friday on the buying side. Last year I didn't buy too much on Black Friday because I was so busy sitting back and laughing at my sales and thinking, I don't really need to do much more this year. But I want to go bigger, I want to go harder, I want to do this better. So this year I've got a friend coming to help me. He's taking the day off, and we're going to run around and hit all of the hit lists of the places that I'm going to target. I'll probably start doing research from midnight as soon as the clock ticks over. We'll get a list together, hit list, and we'll go and get what we can. Now, I don't think I really went out first thing on Black Friday last year because I saw all the news reports, but I don't think it's going to be that busy. I don't think people are going to be running around mad like they used to. So I'm perfectly happy to go out and hit these stores. I've got some good relationships with lots of store managers in the local area, and they will support me with hopefully giving me everything that I want. They have to give some to keep some back for other customers obviously, but hopefully they can give me what I want. And building those relationships as I have done for the last 2-3 years has really cemented the fact that I could probably smash this better than most people. So like I said, in business, I'm happy to share what I'm doing here because it's not about doing something different in business, it's about doing something better than everyone else. And personally, I think with my retail experience and the relationships I've built and the infrastructures I've put in place, I think I could do better than other people. So that's Black Friday in a nutshell essentially. I've given you a little bit of history. It's a great sales day to sell stuff. It's a great buying day for buying stuff. If you've got an eBay seller, make sure you've got everything you can listed this week because it's so important. I wish I had time to list more, but I have to focus on my Amazon in times like this. And I was going to employ people, but they've been letting me down quite a lot. So hopefully by the time we get into next year, I'll have some staff and I'll be able to go at this even harder. But just get out there guys, see what you can get. If you've not done retail arbitrage before, Black Friday is the day to do it. Have a look, assess the market, see where prices are everywhere, and just pull the trigger on a few items and see if you can make a profit. Now, because it's Black Friday, I'm going to offer out my own little Black Friday deal. Now, I've got 2 people signed up to my coaching calls currently, so I have a half-hour call with them every month, and we discuss what their plan is for their business and how I can help them. So my Black Friday deal is I'm going to offer 1 free coaching call to somebody who wants to understand this Amazon game or wants to know how to approach Black Friday or the whole retail arbitrage or online arbitrage scene. Put a little plan together for you and give you some ideas about where you need to go. So to enter into this competition, all you need to do is comment down below on this video your opinions of Black Friday, your previous experiences of Black Friday. If you've got a funny story about Black Friday, it's probably more likely to get you to win. But also, I want you to let me know what it is you would like me to give you help with on our 30-minute call, and I will pick a winner. So I'll probably get in touch with you through the comments itself and then find a way to talk to you offline, and I'll give you my number and we could have a chat. So that's my little Black Friday offer. I've got a nice little cool thing I've been thinking about sharing with you guys. I've put 2 videos out last week because something cool popped up, and something cool's popped up this week as well. So I might drop another one before next week's video, scheduled Wednesday, standard videos. So yeah, keep a lookout for that one. I might or I might not, because it's a very, very busy weekend for me this weekend. As you can imagine, I'll be working all weekend. Keep your eye out to see if there's anything out there in the market that takes your fancy or you think you might want to pull your trigger on. Hopefully your sales are nice and high or through the roof. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Have a great Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I will catch you next week. Peace. Bye.